Hi guys, it's a chitty chatty vlog today. I thought I would just sit down. I've got a ice cold drink here and have a bit of a chit chat with you, and I wanted to tell you specifically about my weekend. So today's Sunday, and yesterday and today I've done a car boot, both days, and I was really pleased with it. Plus, we've had yesterday, the weather was okay. It was a little bit cold, but today it's just been beautiful, absolutely gorgeous and sunny. But I just felt I had to do it, and I challenged myself. I was like, right, this year I am going to do just three car boots, and I'm going to sell off my stuff, and anything that's left over, it's not even coming back into the house. It's going to stay in the car, and on Monday morning it's going down the charity shop. That's how disciplined I am with it. And so yesterday and today was my first two car boots, and I was so pleased. But let me drop in the comments, guys, and let me know if you've ever felt like this. Now, my house, don't get me wrong, my house is really tidy. It's really organised. My cupboards, my drawers, everything is organised. I don't have clutter in my house. But this one room is just the junk room. Oh my days, this room has just got, well, it's had so much junk in. It was awful. And every time I walked past this room, I just felt like really uneasy, uncomfortable. I felt heavy because I know what lays behind the door. It's just filled with junk. But to be fair, even though the room was quite a large room, was just filled with junk, it was organised. I'll give myself that. It was organised. All in its little boxes, the little IKEA boxes and stuff. So all organised. So I was like, right, that's it. I'm taking them down the I was going to say down the junk shop. I decided to take the junk out of the room and take it down the car boat. And have you ever, well, let me tell you, this car was, and I've got quite a big car, it was stacked to the rafters. Things were literally just shoved in. I literally couldn't see out the back window, couldn't see out the rear view. It was so packed. So that was yesterday on the Saturday, and I went in and I was like, right, I'm just seeing how much money I can get for stuff. And I hadn't done a car boot for a little while, and getting there, it was a really good reminder. It was quite humbling, really, because it made me realise that the value that I put on things isn't the value that others do. And at the end of the day, at a car boot, or even, when we're buying and selling, doesn't matter, even if, we're selling our house, whether we're selling our car, whether the shops are selling clothes or products, it's only worth what we're prepared to pay for it. And that was a big eye-opener, and not an eye-opener because I knew that, but it was a big reminder for me, because people just wanted stuff for nothing. Seriously. So, and I was looking at it like, well, I've paid 50 quid for this top. I've worn it once. But a car boot, people don't care about that. They don't care. They're not interested in the backstory. All they see is you're getting rid of it, and I want to buy it for next to nothing. Yeah. So I was kind of like, whoa. Yeah. So for things like 50 quid, I might have said, okay, you can have it for like £10, and people just threw it back and walked away. And I was like, okay, £10 is clearly too much. So I was like, okay, you can have it for £5. And even then it was like, no, £4. I was like, I said, okay, Oh, you can have £4. And then other stuff, brand new. I had a brand new pair of clippers. I bought it for my cat, Betsy. No, not Betsy. I bought it for Bobby because Bobby, she's really old. She's like nearly 20 years old, 20 human years. So she's very old in cat years, and she became really matted. She'd stopped grooming and she was really matted. And I took her to the vets, and the vets wanted to charge me like over £100 just to trim her. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to buy a pair of clippers and I'm going to trim her myself. Well, that didn't work out because I was too scared. I was too scared to trim her. Anyway, when I ended up with this pair of clippers, I couldn't send them back. And so they were brand new. They, you know, Amazon wouldn't have them back. Fair dues. So brand new, untouched, full set, cost me about £40. And I took them down the car boot, and this bloke says, you know, give you £2 for it. I was like, £2? That cost me £40. And I says, they're brand new. He was like, yeah, I can see that. He said, I can see that they're brand new. He said, what's your best price on it? I says, a tenner. He was like, no. He says, I said, okay, £5. £5 just to get rid of it. He says, I'll give you 3. And he took £3 out, and I was like, okay, fine. So I was like, oh, because I just don't want to bring it back. Didn't want to take it back home. So yesterday was a really good reminder that things are only worth what somebody's prepared to pay for them. And down the car boot, people are not interested in the backstory. They're just saying, I like this, it's a bargain, I'm going to have it. So, yeah, so that was yesterday. But in saying that, I did fairly well. I was really pleased with my take-ins, and there was a lot less stuff to shove back in the car, so I was really pleased with it. So, I got it home and I looked at it, and I was like, there's no way I'm taking all of this stuff out of the car. No way. So we left it, and I thought, well, I'm going to do another boot today. And as it happens, the weather was gorgeous. So did another boot today. But this time I went in with a strategy, went in with a plan. And I was like, I'm determined to shift as much as possible. The least I can take home, the better. Because this was car boot number 2 today. And I've got going to do one more, a third one, on a weekend. That's going to be nice. So I was like, okay. So my strategy was everything for £1. £1 or less. And there was 1, 2, 3 things, just 3 things out of everything. I was like, 3 things I'm not going to sell for £1. Yeah. I had a leather biker jacket with all the padding and everything, and those things cost about £300. I thought, I'm not selling that for £1. I'll sell it if I can get £15 for it. I'll be happy. And then I had a Ralph Lauren top that would fit my grandson. It was my oldest grandson's top, so I thought I'll save it for the younger one. And then there was it's like a ball gown. So I thought those 3 I'm not selling for £1, but everything else can go. Anyway, people are cheeky. So this woman comes along and she goes, how much is for this? I says, everything, clothes, shoes, bags, the lot, £1. So she picks this top up. Well, it was like a long line cardigan, because I love my long line cardigans. And it's I got it from QVC. And if you follow QVC, you'll know this brand. It's Marla Wynn. And Marla Wynn is not cheap. It's not cheap at all. So I had 2 long line plated cardigans, still with Marla Wynne labelling, and she tried it on and she was like, oh, this is really nice, and it's got the plates and everything. And she goes, how much? I says, £1. She goes, I'll give you 50p. I looked at her and I was like, give me my stuff back. And that's what I wanted to say to her, but I didn't. I says, 50p. I says, do you know? I says, have you heard of this brand before? Marla Wynne. She goes, yes. I says, off QVC. She goes, yes. That's why I want them. I says, so you know that one of these is about 120 quid. She goes, yeah, I do know that. So I says, in that case, no, I'm not selling it for 50p. I didn't buy it for 120 quid. I got it down the outlet, the QVC outlet, because I don't know if you know, guys, but QVC has got, well, I don't know if they've still got them, but, well, this is QVC in the UK, let me stress. QVC in the UK used to have 2 outlets. One was in Shrewsbury, which they've now closed. Oh, I lived in that outlet in the Darwin shopping centre. Loved it. Used to get, oh my goodness, I got like, you know, all my Radleys handbags. I love Radleys. I've got about 4 Radley handbags. Got them there. You know, the one was originally 200 and odd quid. I got it for £40. And another one was 140 quid. And I think I got that for like 10 or £15. Love, 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 love that. They've closed it down now. They do have an outlet still, but it's in Shrewsbury. No, not, sorry. It's in, God, where is it? Peterborough. Is it Peterborough? It's up north. It's up north. But a couple of times that I went up there, because it's only the one outlet now, their prices are nowhere near as good as they used to be. I used to get like my Skechers trainers for like 8 quid. Oh, I know, those were the days. Those were the days. But so I haven't been to the outlet for a long time, but these tops, these long line cardigans, I got from the QVC outlet in Shrewsbury, and they cost me about £30, which is still a fair amount of money. And this woman knew the brand. She wanted it for 50p. No, not happening. So in the end, she bought it for £1. She bought one for £1 and her friend bought it for £1. And I says, you've got the best bargain in this whole car boat. And she goes, I know. I thought, she's proper cheeky. So, you know, it was a really good reminder. But at the end of the day, I was like, do you know what, Angela? Let it go. Just let it go. And as all of this stuff was being sold, right, shoes, boots, bags, well, to be honest, it was mainly the clothes that were going, because my clothes are good quality. I'm not being funny, but my clothes are good quality. Oh, this is a Marla Wynne top as well. This one. Love this. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, mainly my shoes, mainly my clothes went today. But as stuff was going, I just felt this like lightness, just felt so light, like I could breathe again. And I was like, oh, it's so good, so good. So yeah, I just shifted loads, absolutely loads. I was like, and at one point I just had to stop thinking about how much I paid for it. I was like, just let it go. And then there's somebody came along and she'd bought like three items, and she goes, I'll give you £2 for 3. And I was like, yeah, go on, take it. Just take it and go, you know. That was the point I was at. So yeah, but anyway, I ended up with a good chunk of money today and yesterday, which I was really pleased about. But more importantly, got rid of stuff, absolutely got rid of stuff. So now my room is now next door, the next bedroom. Oh my goodness, it is just, it's wonderful. It's wonderful. I can turn it back into a bedroom. So the plan is, with the proceeds from today, I'm going to take a portion of it and I'm going to get some nice curtains and some new bedding and decorate it and make it really nice again, because it's just been the junkyard for the longest time. But what was left over, I was just like, it ain't coming in the house. So I've taken it up and I've put it in the shed. And then I'll do one more car boot, and then anything that's left, straight to the charity shop. It ain't coming past the threshold. It ain't. But it just got me thinking, today I was stood there and I was looking at my stall, and I'll pop some pictures up for you, and I was like, I have spent thousands and thousands and thousands of pounds on this stuff, and I'm giving it away for pennies. And it just made me think, I've been on this journey of being frugal, and I'm really frugal when it comes to food, really frugal when it comes to, my bills and stuff like that. And I just thought, do you know what? This is the making of me. And I am going to buy a lot less clothes, stuff for the house, ornaments and stuff. I'm going to do a lot less of that, because, I'll wear something once and it goes down in the junk room, or it gets, ends up cluttering my house and cluttering my mind as well. And I just thought, no. There's a lovely lady that I follow. Her name is Jace TV. I will drop a link. And this lady, she's such an inspirational. She's a French woman, so I love her accent. And she's living here in the UK. And she's taken a year sabbatical to travel. So I follow her, I listen to all her lives and her videos, and the one thing that she says is she just stopped buying stuff. You know what I mean? Just stuff. Knickknacks from around the house and things that she doesn't need. She just stopped buying that. Because one, it just causes clutter the mind. But secondly, the money that she would have taken to that, she's put into savings, and that's allowing her to travel the world. And I just find her such an inspiration. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to be more like Jace. I'm going to be so much more like that, because today was such an eye-opener for me, today and yesterday. When I'm selling clothes that I've bought, because you know me, I'm a bargain hunter, and I've bought things because it's a bargain. It's like a tenner rather than 20 quid, but I've not worn it, or I've worn it once or twice. That's not a bargain. It's a waste of money, in my opinion, and for me. And everybody's different, so I'm not casting any judgments. This is just for me personally. I just thought, no, not going to be doing that. So, I'm just going to be more frugal. And it's ever so funny, as I was putting things out on the car boat, I was looking at it and thinking, oh my goodness, I should start wearing that again. Or, oh, my sister gave me this skirt, that'll fit me now. I think I've brought back home about 10 items, and I was just like, you know what, I need to start shopping from the stuff I've got and wearing the stuff I've got. So I'm saying that to say this. So on my channel, I do a lot of, especially around Christmas or certain times of the year, I will do, what's in the shops and stuff and show you what I've bought. I'm going to be doing less of that. because I don't want to, if I go to the shops and I buy stuff, just stuff, it's time, it's energy, it's petrol, it's money, and I'm going to end up keeping half of it, and I don't need any more. Don't need any more stuff. So there's going to be a lot less. And sometimes I will be honest, full disclaimer, sometimes I buy things, show you, and then I think, and then I take it back. And I just think, no, it's a waste of my time. So if I genuinely see something and I buy something, then I will show you if I'm, but I'm not going to go and buy stuff just to show you. No, because I'm going to end up keeping it. So you're going to see a lot less. That's not to say you won't see stuff. It's just going to be less. And the same with clothes. Sometimes I will buy clothes with the intention of keeping them. And then sometimes I do keep them, but sometimes I do take them back. Again, same thing. But I'm just going to get into the habit of just buying less. Just buying less. Because it honestly, it really grieves my spirit when I see that I'm spending 20, 30 quid on, clothes. I hardly wear them. I mean, it was just outrageous, the amount of stuff, and people are looking and it's still got the tags on, and I just think, no, I'm not doing it anymore. No, that's money that I could invest to travel the world, which I want to do. I could add to my pension pot, I could add to my savings. I could support my grandchildren even more, pay off my mortgage quicker. Yeah. So, because I'm not doing any more car boots, that's for sure. I'm going to do my third one, and that is it. That is it. So that is just me. I still love all of these channels that buy stuff, because I love to know what's in the shops. I love to know. And sometimes I think, oh, I want to see that, or I think I'll get myself one. I will still love and support all of these channels that I follow, and there's quite a few who buy stuff. I'm still supporting that. But for me, personally, you're going to see a lot less stuff, because it was just a wake-up call for me. A wake-up call. So what you're going to be seeing more on the channel is more support around weight loss. And I know I keep switching and changing it up, but yeah, I think I'm going to be focusing on weight loss for 50-year-olds or 50 plus, because we're at that stage of our lives, aren't we, guys, where it can be really difficult. I've got some in my hair. It can be, oh, here we go, I can see it in the monitor, something in my hair. Oh, it's paint. Oh, let's just hide that bit. Here we go. Yeah. Yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, I'm going to be focusing more on weight loss. I will be showing you my garden a bit more, because I invest a lot of money in my garden, because it gives me so much joy and pleasure. That's my spa, that's my sanctuary. So you'll be seeing more around weight loss, more around cooking and recipes, more around my garden. When I have days out, I'll be vlogging those. We got a holiday coming up, I'll be vlogging around that. Yeah, and then if I do pick stuff up that I'm genuinely going to keep, like I went to B&M yesterday. No, not B&M, Home Bargains, and I bought a few bits. Then I'll and these are bits that I'm definitely keeping, and then I will show you that. But the stuff, clothes, just household knickknacks, you're going to see a lot less from me. And if that's the sort of stuff that you enjoy, then honestly, there's loads of other channels that do that. Loads. So feel free to check them out. But I think this weekend's been such a wake-up call for me about the amount of money, thousands and thousands and thousands of pounds. Goodness me, I think I could have, you know, probably travelled the world at least, or cruise, because you know me, I love cruising. I could have probably cruised the world, you know, 3 or 4 times. And this isn't even in interior. This is like with a balcony. So, you know, a good chunk, at least twice with the amount of money I'd spent on the stuff that I got rid of today. So yeah, that's where I'm gonna go with it. That's yeah. So I just wanted to come on and have a bit of a chin wag with you, let you know what my intentions are. So I will still be doing vlogs around clothing hauls and stuff that I've bought in the shops, but it'll be a lot less. I might do more come browse with me if there's stuff in the shops that I think is interesting that I want to show you. Might still do those. But all the buying, no. And you know what I've done before in the past is I've bought stuff, and then I thought I'm going to take it back, and then, oh, I've got a call coming through. Yeah, and then I thought I'm going to take it back, and then I can't find the receipt, and then I'm stuck with it. So yeah, slight pivot on the channel, guys, slight pivot. But yeah, if like, and so I hope you will stick with me. I hope you will stick with me. But if you're here for the clothing hauls and the shopping hauls and the knickknacks, there's going to be a lot less. Anyway, guys, I just wanted to come on and say that to you. So I hope you've had a wonderful weekend. The weather has been glorious today, and I hope that it's made you feel good about yourself and made you want to do something really positive, and you've got out, and even if it's in your garden, I hope you've got out, or local green spaces. I hope you've got out and you know, enjoyed that, because the sun is so good for us. Anyway, guys, on that note, I'm going to finish my drink, and I've got another video to make, so I'll catch you soon. Take care, my lovelies. Take care. Bye.